Antoine is going to be crowned your WR Season 10 champion.
And history's been made. Ballina, the first WOR PS4 champion. What a championship, what a season. Absolutely phenomenal.
Hello everybody and welcome along to World Online Racing League. This is PC Tier 2 and this could be the moment where we crown a new PC Tier 2 champion. Primos will need to outscore JC by 15 points in order to do that. Can he do it, or will JC pull out something spectacular? We're at Abu Dhabi, where the circuit first opened in 2009 as a season finale, and it's been a season finale ever since. There's been change to the track in real life for this year's real life track race, but not obviously on this game. It is back to the normal layout, but hopefully it provides fantastically racing, and it hardly ever rains here, so I think the drivers have mainly been practicing for the drive. My name is Jess, I will be your commentator for tonight's race. And remember in 2010 when there was a championship battle that went down to the wire? 4 drivers, Fernando Alonso, Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, they were all in contention for the Drivers' World Championship coming into the decider as well. 15 points adrift, which is exactly where JC is at the moment. 10 points adrift of Primos, who's currently leading after a fantastic win from him in Imola last week. Third place is Pritch with 52 points, and mathematically he can't win the title. Jay Verhaeghe is in 4th, Dave Rombus is in 5th on 35, Jay Verhaeghe is on 37. Josh is 6th with 33, Perondi is 7th with 29, Christian Sendor 8th on 26, 9th is Kafapel 25, 10th is Mark on 25 as well. And we got Mr. Anker on 23, Jack on 22, Neon on 18, Higgsy on 16, Moon on 15, Dewey on 14, Luca on 6, Edward on 6, Morgan Ball on 4, Dez on 2, Sally on 1, Sabrina, I always keep saying Sabrina for some weird reason, Sabrina on 1, and then everybody else yet to score. So, without further ado, so I'm just get my spectator menu all sorted. And I hope you're all ready for the action, because I know I am. Let's get this show on the road and go on board with someone on a out lap. And I almost couldn't find the button there, but hopefully we've got the buttons. Yay! We are in qualifying. So, few things to watch out for about this track. It has a number of unique features. The pit lane tunnel, I think, is something the drivers have got to watch out for tonight, because it's quite long and it could catch people out as well. And obviously the Yas Viceroy Hotel straddles the circuit between turn 18 and 19. The drivers are at full power for 69% of the lap, including over 14 seconds on the back straight, which is one of the DRS straights, which we'll touch on in a little bit later on. Now, we do have a Haas car who I believe is on a lap first, so we will go on board with him, as he's invalidated his out lap, but I'm sure that won't matter too much. So let's see what he could do then. So let's go on board with him. So going into turn number 1, the most thrilling corners on the track. Avoid all the curves that you had through turn 2 and 3. Direct to turn 3, ease the lock off the steering wheel to carry as much speed as possible in the right-handed kink of turn 4. Now, heading towards turn 5 to 7, the chicane, which quite a lot of people hate on this game. I do. They got rid of it for the real life, thank goodness. And you're now going to be heading the first DRS zone. It's a main overtaking opportunity on the track, sharing the same title as turn 11. Both the inside and outside lines are good for passing it, but the inside is preferable as you head towards these next set of corners. And now heading towards the next detection point, another DRS straight of turns 10 and 11 now. Taking the shortest run possible here and moving over to the right for turn 11, and then the start of sector 3 between 12, 13, and then heading towards turn 14 with this big straight here as well. Now heading towards turn 15, he is invalidated his lap time, so he will be going into the pits once again. Who is next on a lap? I believe it is one of the McLarens. Is Drake Dempsey, a WR driver who came from the PS4 platform and is now on the PC side, which is great to see. He comes across the line in a P2 at 1:34.9 on the mediums. Luca currently sits provisional pole position with a 1:34.450, but expect lap times to be even quicker. Don't forget, this track costed about $1 billion to make. It features a Ferrari World theme park, and the Ferraris are obviously going to hope that they do really well. It can host up to 60,000 spectators, and tickets do sell out here, and obviously that they do welcome bans for this year as MQ has backed out of his lap, whereas his teammate comes across, well, he did come across the line in P3 with a 1:39.4. Primos, our current championship leader, well, currently sitting in P2. Unfortunately, Racing Sin has disconnected. Here's our championship rival here, JC, 1:35.037 in 5th position at the moment. So we'll see if he can do anything. Even if he outscores Primos, it will be enough for him to take the fight to Brazil. And we would all definitely want to see the fight go to Brazil. I know you guys do as well. And obviously don't forget that, because it's a real life Saudi Arabian Grand Prix next week, there will be no Grand Prix. And I'm a bit worried I haven't started the stream. I will need to double check if I started the stream or not. Just give me a moment. I'm a bit worried that I'm talking to myself. If not, I have to start the stream again. Don't worry, all good. We are good. We are good. I was a bit panicking that we weren't live, but we are live, which is good. And I was just checking the stream a little bit because I had a bit of a panic. But we are all good. So let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to get pole position at this moment in time? Obviously, Lucas Ender, Benchmark Moon is currently sitting in P2 in the Williams. And then we got now Pincar in 3rd position. Drake currently sitting in P4. JC in 5th. Mr. Angus 6th. Christian Zendel in P7. Quite a lot of drivers are on the medium compounded tyres. Now, we do expect to see potentially a 2-stop strategy for these drivers today. But knowing the likes of Canada, well, I did say, I think in another league, oh yeah, it's going to be a 2-stop strategy easy. It potentially could be a 1-stop. Now, Morgan Ball, I believe, will be going into the pit lane, potentially. Yes, he is making his way into the pit. So people are on, just finished their banker laps and will be on 2 laps as well. Be careful that you don't use too many of your soft tyres, because if you want to do a 2-stop, you will use at least 1 set of used tyres for the start. Well, pretty much either the start or the end. It depends on whether you qualify inside or outside the top 10. And I don't think MQ is allowed to cut the corner there, but there we go. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, it has been a situation in Abu Dhabi where the guys that did not start outside pole position, well, there's only been a rare occurrence, but Kimi Raikkonen has been the only driver that has won here but not been on the front row. So, if you're Primos, that's not good. That is not good if you want to outscore JC by a certain amount. And it's great to see that we have a 19-car grid. We only had 15 drivers last weekend. We had quite a lot of retirements in Imola. But hopefully that won't be the same here as well. This could be a scene for safety cars, I have to say. Many times I've raced around Abu Dhabi for my league races. It's been a while, actually, since I've done a league race around here. I think the last time I did it was probably back in April this year in F1 2020 that I raced here. And I'm not looking forward to obviously racing on this game because I don't like it. But it's kind of like a Marmite track. You either love it or you hate it. Now, I think, if I stand corrected, as Luke was on the mediums and he just had a bit of a spin there going through turn 3 and 4, which is not good at all. A few of the cars will have to go past him, including Moon, who's on his outlap, who is on another lap that we can go on board. We've got Eduardo Gil as he heads towards turn 1. Let's see what he could do around here. I'm looking at the sector 1 time to see if they go purple in any way. And I know a few people will be using their first few laps to try and see what the track limits are, what they could get away with doing and what they cannot get away with. And you can't get away by doing that, Eduardo, but the game has decided, oh yeah, it's still a validated lap. But probably because he didn't lose a bit of time, that is obviously probably why that he was allowed to get away with that. But he won't be pole position, sadly. So we do have a Haas car. I believe it's Sally who's about to cross the line, and he's invalidated again. Not doing very well, the Haas car. Primos, I believe, is just about to... Well, he's just came out of the pits, actually. Moon comes across the line in P2. Good lap from him so far. Ferrari driver of Higgs, he can only manage P4 at the moment. He does not improve. MQ has retired from the session, and he's binned it. And Moon almost got caught by that, and that was not an invalidation either. So Eduardo has eventually invalidated, unfortunately. What about Dewey? Dewey feel like he's got a lot of true potential in this league, but he needs to work on his consistency. And hopefully the points that he scored... Oh, he probably... Nope, he hasn't been. It's just the corners. The camera's unfortunately cutting out, but at least he's going to set a lap anyway, even though it's not a representative lap time. That'll put him in P12, the slowest of the runners so far. We got Primos about to start his lap with his teammate. Where's his teammate? Morgan, I believe. Who's about... No, it's not Morgan. Racing Stin. Who is in the pits, who's unfortunately disconnected. We've got Neon then. I think it's Neon. Nope, it's not Neon. It's his teammate. It's hard to tell who they are, who's about to start his lap. So he'll be next after the Red Bull. It will be a Ferrari driver who will probably make his way into the pit lane. Unless he wants to go again. No, well, he can't go again anymore because he has invalidated. Which is a shame. But I think Priest can see if he can get inside the top 5. He's looking good so far. Comes across the line, almost invalidated, but he does not. And it is P5 for him. A 1:34.925. Times are looking exceedingly close at this moment in time. Joe Verhaar currently sitting in P14. He unfortunately has invalidated. Morgan Bull, where did that lap time come from? He currently slots himself in P2. And Neon in the Red Bull currently sits on provisional pole position with a 1:34.3. Will we see the 1:34.10s potentially? The track is getting its most grippiest at the moment. The rubber is being laid down for the drivers, so the later you leave it, the more quicker your lap time is going to be. Anyone else on a lap time? The current championship leader, Primos, is heading through Sector 3 under the bridge here through the hotel section. He needs a miracle to obviously win the title tonight, but he has 2 chances. So if he doesn't win the title tonight, it doesn't really matter. Comes across the line, P3 for the Alpine driver. And then I believe, obviously it's J next, but he invalidated. So it will be the Haas car of Sally, who's about to start his lap. what about, I think it's Reiter. I can't even say your name, I do apologise. He comes across the line and he improves by 6 tenths to slots himself into P9. Now I have to say, Racing Stin, who's currently on his outlap at the moment, well he was, but he left the session, has got a nice tribute to someone who unfortunately died early. Obviously Claire Williams has told F1 this morning. So unfortunately Frank Williams has passed away. Frank Williams was quite notable in the F1 motorsport community. He obviously founded the Williams team, co-owned it with Claire Williams, was the team principal there, and he helped people such as Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill and Jack Villeneuve win titles for the team, and he will be sorely missed. And all our thoughts and prayers from WOR go to the Williams family and the Williams team, especially Claire Williams as well, because it must be a tough time for her as well. And, oh, that's interesting. Jay has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. I don't think he wanted that, and I don't think that was a bit fair. Unfortunately, I did not caught... I did not caught that on stream, unfortunately. But, someone that just commentating, it's a little kid commentating. No, I'm not a kid. I'm a 26-year-old lady, thank you very much. So, please think before you speak, basically, Louis. That'll be much appreciated, because I get offended by those sorts of comments. But anyway, a lot of drivers are going in to the pit at the moment, with Higgsy and Eduardo the only drivers out on track, with Eduardo starting on the medium compounder tyres. So, and it is on a fresh set, I believe. So, I think he's committed to start on the mediums regardless. And I think 1:35 would be a good lap time for him on the mediums, or maybe a 1:34.9 potentially, as a little bit of spark fly. Not the best of exits as he heads towards turn 7. But I'm sure he wants to improve a lot here. And he's got a Red Bull who's on his outlap behind him, but he's not going to get in each other's way, as Eduardo's looking to score more points today. And if there's any mistakes that falter behind him, then this could really be his chance. We've seen quite a few different winners this year in WOR PC Tier 2. And I wonder if we're going to see exactly the same here in this penultimate round of the season. Eduardo's lap not looking too good on the mediums, but I think he could go out again. I believe he does have time. That's why he went. To be honest, he did went out early for a reason, to have some more time to go on a lap. So we'll follow somebody else on a lap. As I think everyone's on an outlap apart from obviously Racing Stin. Josh unfortunately has retired from the session. Racing Stin has left again, so he'll be starting at the back, unfortunately. Neon has just started his lap, currently sitting on provisional pole position. Can anyone beat that? Neon can't beat it. He's invalidated and he's in the wall. And that is his qualifying over. He's going to hope that nobody else improves on their lap time, because otherwise it could be a big issue for him. Luca is about to start his lap. What about Moon, who's been looking quite impressive on this track so far? We'll see how he does in the first sector. Yellow flag in sector 3, but there's probably a lot of traffic over there. 17.1 for him. So it's a slight improvement, I believe, on his lap time. So only time will tell. And we do have Eduardo, who cannot improve. I think he's binned in sector 2 just before turn 10, I believe. And he might have retired on track, actually, or if it was another one. I think it was Drake. No, Drake's on starting his flyer. So it was Eduardo who binned it. So it's crook. So it could be some yellow flags. So if people don't get in their laps now, they're going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Let's watch Moon again then, as he heads towards the start of the third sector. This is looking very clean so far for the Williams driver. currently sitting in P15 in the standings. And he has been a big surprise in some of the races He scored a podium in Portugal, or was it Imola? I can't remember which race it was, but did very well. And the checker flag has dropped and Moon could not improve, only spun, and unfortunately that's an example of a commentator's curse. Now, who's going to be next across the line? It's not Christian Sendel because he is in bad day. What about his teammate? He could be the man who denies provisional pole position, but he can't. He spins it across the line. He celebrated too early, so he cannot improve. What about Mr. Anker? Currently sitting in P6. It's been a very good qualifying for him. Can he snatch pole position away from Neil? No, he can't. Stays in P6. Improved by 8/100 of a second, though. Next will be Priest in the other Mercedes. Only a few 100s quicker than his previous best. But he's found a lot of time in the final set to P8 for him. Next, Jake Dempsey making his debut in PC Tier 2 and in PC overall. Can he set the time in boards alight? P3, that's amazing. And our current championship leader, 1:34.2, has done it. Moon has dropped from 1st to 7th. Neil's dropped from 1st to 2nd. I think the only man that could deny Primos is Morgan Ball, but he has invalidated. So he's going to go into the pit lane. So Primos in 1st, JC in 3rd. Don't forget, 1st place gets you 25 points. 2nd place, 18. 3rd, 15. So if Primos wins, JC needs to be 3rd or higher to take the championship fight to Brazil. JC is currently 3rd. So as it stands, it will be enough. But there's still a race to go. You don't get points in qualifying. You get it in the race. Primos on pole. Neon 2nd. JC 3rd. Drake in 4th. Luca in 5th. Morgan in 6th. WR Moon in 7th. Mr. Anker 8th. Prish in 9th. Brighter in 10th. Then we got Sally, Christian Sendel, Dewey, Eduardo Gill, Higgsy, MQ, Racingston, Josh and Jay. There's about 3 people that unfortunately did not set a lap time, sadly. My, what qualifying we had. Primos left it to the very last second, didn't he? But usually the very last second it could count. The championship was being in JC's hands apart from obviously last week, because JC did not finish. JC scoring 2 podiums in Mexico and Portugal. And he won the first race in Bahrain, which I have to say was a very good win. I was speaking to him in the first race and he was definitely not expecting it. Primos taking 3 wins this season. Now, unless JC gets another win tonight, then if it was to be tied on points tonight, Primos would take the championship because he would win on countback because he has got 3 wins so far this season and JC has only got 1. So JC will need to win tonight ideally, but 3rd or better would help him have the championship take to Brazil. Who wants to see the championship fight go over to Brazil? I know I do. So, in 3 of the 4 last Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the pole sitter failed to finish the race. In the last 6 years, the pole sitter has never failed to win. So it's looking good for our championship leader as we are about to get started with the qualifying, well, the race. And here we go. Let's just get the tyres actually. That would help. So in 3, 2, 1, let's get racing for the formation lap. So we're looking at the tyre choices outside the top 10 then. So Sally is on the medium compound tyres. Christian Sendel, oh, I'm going the wrong way. That doesn't help. Christian Sendel is on the mediums. Dewey is on the mediums as well. Eduardo is on the mediums. Higgsy is on the mediums. And everybody else, Mku, Racingston, Josh and Jay, is on the soft compound of tyres. And obviously, if you're inside the top 10, you'll have to start on the softs anyway. And who remembers the desert duel around here? 2014, where we saw Lewis Hamilton take the win. And Nico Rosberg was very, very unlucky as well. And 2 years, there was a fight in 2016 where we saw Nico Rosberg take the title here. And promptly announced his retirement. Imagine if he didn't win the title in 2016. Would he have wanted to have another season in Formula One? So thank you to those of you that have been watching the stream so far. Thank you to people that have been supporting World Online Racing. If you're liking the action so far, make sure you do click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you are new so you know when to check out our stream. We don't just stream Tier 2. There's also Tier 1 races going on at the moment in Imola. And then we obviously got Xbox Tier 1 racing about Abu Dhabi tomorrow. And PS Tier 1 racing about Abu Dhabi on Friday. So we're about to get started. 28 laps await our drivers here tonight. Most likely could be a 2-stop race. But there could be some people that will try and do soft to hard and could prove me wrong. If it was to be a 2-stop race, they will do soft, medium, medium. But they could do soft to medium, no problem, I don't think. So, here we go. We are about to get underway then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the penultimate round of the season. Can Primos win the championship tonight? We'll have to wait and see. And it is lights out. And away we go. Decent start from Primos. Good start for Neon as well, but can't capitalise unfortunately. But JC is trying to cover off Luca. We've already had a big pile up into turn 1 already. We had a few spinners. Christian Sendel has had a bit of a spin, a bit of a gap through there as well. But we can see JC trying to fend off Luca. Luca trying to go around the inside into turn 6 and 7, but can't quite do it. As we already got our first retirement. Racing Stin has retired. Will this bring out a safety car? I don't think so at the moment. It could be a VSC, but they're not allowed to overtake the yellow flags. So they're staying in possession at the moment. Primos getting initial good getaway. Neon as well. But Luca had a job to do, but he didn't do it. But there's still a long way in this race to go. The yellow flag in sector 2 is going to be there for quite a while. Now yellow flag in sector 3 and it's Josh just retired. Now what's happened there? Now you probably saw, oh yeah, now I see it. It's off the track. And Luca's gone as well. What is going on? A lot of spinners. It's probably the curbs that has taken a few people out. VSC. So now quite a few people have spun now. And I think Moon has dropped positions. Drake has gone to 10th. And we got a safety car. Will people take advantage to go into the pits while Primos thinks he can? Will this mean that it's a 2-stop? Could be. Could be. I do see Neon going on to the mediums. So will Primos. And I do think it's going to be a 2-stop. Brighter stays out, so does Sally. Eduardo stays out as well. Higgsy, Christian, Sendel. Now, obviously, since on my own, it's very hard to catch what's going on in the back as well. But there was kind of like a big pile-up that happened as well. And the ones that got their first stops out the way, they're going to try and stretch those mediums. Now, they could go on a set of mediums till the end if they wanted to at their next stop, whereas obviously the ones on the mediums now, they'll have to either go onto the hards or the softs. So they are in a bit of a predicament. So it is advantage people that have done their pit stops already. You lose a lot less time in the pits if you pit under safety car. Under normal racing conditions, you lose about 19.5 seconds. In safety car, it's probably about 5 or 6 seconds less. So huge difference. So Brighter has got a lot of work to do. Can he stretch those softs for 12 laps? Now that is what Pirelli has said, that the tyres could last for what they're bringing the highest lot of tyres to Pirelli range this weekend. The hards, the C3, the mediums, the C4s, and the soft, the C5s. And that is predicted strategy for some of the drivers. Brighter is looking to do soft, medium. Now, I wouldn't advise him to do that, but if he wants to get some overtakes done, it's not too bad. I believe Eduardo's penalty is a 5-second one, but I will need to double check that soon. Luca has spun again. Or he lost a bit of ground, actually. I don't have a clue there. A lot of people seem to be struggling maybe with tyre temperatures. They may have not warmed their tyres enough. Or their tyres might be too hot. We don't know. As who else has got... I did see someone else go into the pits, I think. Or it might just be me. No, no one has gone into the pits. Eduardo's left the session. Now, I believe he's ghosted. Now, that's going to cause issue with your Higgsy and Christian Sander. And any cars, I think, behind them, to be fair. But luckily, Eduardo has joined just in time because obviously the drivers have been set, well, have been set backup invites. And especially the ones that are pitting onto the mediums, it is crucial now. If you don't warm your tyres, and I've seen not many drivers weaving. Now, I understand if you're on the mediums, but at the start of the race, but you've only been going green flag racing up until like this corner, well, this straight. So you've got to warm them no matter how old your tyres are. So has your predictions changed since the start of the race? And unfortunately, the Delta has gone for me, so I'm not able to see how close everyone is, but I think the safety car will be in this lap. So we will see who has gained the most in this situation. Yes, safety car in this lap. I am a mind reader, you know. I am a mind reader. So, Brighter up 9, obviously the ones that haven't pitted. I think we're not really going to look at position changes now until obviously everyone's made their first stops. But expect the ones that have just pitted to be on the ball. But if they don't warm their tyres, issue for them. Another penalty for Neon. For a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with someone. Which I did miss, to be fair. I wasn't sure who that was. It was JC, actually, that the 5-second penalty he got was. I just looked at the replay from the stream. So Brighter is going to be the man who controls the safety car now. He is the de facto safety car. He knows what to do, or does he? He hopes that the pressure won't get to him. When is he going to floor it? When is he going to nail it? We'll have to find out. As we're about to go green flag racing here at Abu Dhabi. And, oh, there's been a severe collision. Don't know what's happened there. I think people were not expecting that, as we've got interesting situations happening at the moment as Mr. Angus dropped a little bit. He's dropped down to 8th place. Neon has got past him now. We got a Williams car. It's going to be 3 wide here. Going towards turn 5. Oh my God, someone has got back off, surely. And it's contact. Someone has had a bit of a spin. It is JC. It is JC that's had a moment. Oh my goodness. That could be championship costly. That could be championship costly. Primos probably doesn't know what is going on at the moment, but he's probably got a Jeff or some sort that's telling him in his ears what is happening. Don't forget, Primos has come from the PlayStation platform last game, and he's now on the PC side, and he's looking to win his first title on PC. Looking very favourable at the moment. Mr. Anchor, unfortunately, has had a bit of a spin. So, oh, and he's hit the wall. Could it be another safety car? We don't know, but he's going to probably go into the pits. So, Brighter lead from, yeah, Mr. Anchor has retired. He's binned it. Eduardo second. Sully third, Primos fourth, Christian Sendel fifth, Neon sixth, and Luca's looking like he's going to dive it past Higgsy, which he does. And the Mercedes has lost it now. He has got passed by Dewey up to 15th. JC, I think it's going to be a damage limitation race for him, as I did see, I think I saw a M-plate firing off and someone, oh my God. JC's up to 11th now, and we got another safety car. Another safety car. I think I saw a Ferrari that has binned it. Of MQ. JC, what? He has been saved by the safety car. As does a few other people, but I have to say the driving standards so far, I think they need a bit of an improvement, I have to say. As MQ has got to change at front wing. Brighton now, he has got to take this opportunity now to box. He's got to. If he does not box, it's going to be a bit of an issue. He could do hard, or maybe mediums. He could do mediums to be in the same strategy as the others, but in order to be at an advantage, surely he's got to go on hards. But you never know, there could be another safety car. So, Primos made up one position in the safety car now. His rivals, obviously, Neon down in 6th, Morgan Ball down in 7th, Luca gained one position in the safety car down in 8th, Drake in 9th, Jay in 10th, and JC, the big story there, in 11th. So, championship permutations, I am keeping an update on those because I know you'd like that because it's very, very crucial. So, if it's to finish as it is, Primos would score, I think it's 8 points, or is it 6? No? It's 12. Yeah, 12 points. Primos would score. JC will score no points. But I do believe, actually no, JC will score 2. So I'm just looking at the gap. So the gap would be 22 points, I think, going into the final round. So JC will just about, I think, do enough. I will have to do some maths for this. Don't forget, Primos, our current championship leader, will need to outscore JC by 15 points to take the championship fight today and win it. But he's got to make sure JC does not win, obviously, because obviously Primos, it will be tied if the gap is 15 points. Because if it ends on a tie, obviously Primos would have more wins, so he would win on countback. That's why 15 points would be enough if obviously JC does not score. So Primos will need to be second, but everyone around him has got time penalties, so he could still win. He could still win. There's been quite a few things that could happen in WOR. There could be some time penalties as well, which could change it. And I'll just take a sip on my drink. And I would like to see your predictions as well for this race. I will get the time penalties as well. We are seeing the Aston Martin safety car. There we go. So, 5 seconds I think M1's got. So they will have to serve it in their next pit stop if they do pit. And I think obviously a majority of those drivers will pit. Obviously, Brighter has just boxed. So, he's not the leader anymore. I don't think the safety car is coming in this lap. So we'll be in for one more lap. So obviously we're waiting for Higgsy and MQ to catch up to the safety car. And who do we see pitting? We do see Luca boxing. This could be good for him because we're still on the safety car conditions. So is he going to go on hards or is he going to go onto another set of medium tyres? So let's see then. Here he goes. Mediums for him. Mediums for Luca. So surely it's a 2-stop, and he is also serving his 5-second stop-go penalty. So he's going to be at the back of the grid, unfortunately, but he is determined to not give up. His pace has been looking strong today, but he's been making a bit of mistakes, but you never know what could happen. Jay has been having a good race so far as well. Don't forget he got disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So that meant he started the race in dead last. He's up to 7th. And I believe he's boxed. So he's on the same strategy as the likes of Primos, Neon, Morgan, Drake, and his teammate. So as it stands, he's a net 5. He's a net P5. He'll probably take that. He'll probably will take that. And I think he's obviously going to stretch those mediums to a certain point where he could go on the softs, maybe for about 8-10 laps. If you can, maybe get the softs 13 laps. Because they're in the game, obviously the softs say, oh, we could last 12 laps, but it could probably last a few extra laps. But we have to wait and see. Now, let's hope the racing standards are a bit cleaner now, as the safety car is in this lap now. Eduardo now is the safety car leader. He is one of 2 drivers yet to stop. Christian Sendel is on the soft compounder tyres, so he is probably going to go on to the mediums to the end after this one. He probably wants to get some overtakes done. But if there's another safety car, maybe he could go on mediums potentially as well. And I think Jay's game's crashed. Jay's game's crashed, unfortunately, so I've been commentators cursing quite a few people today. Not intentionally. Unintentionally, I feel so guilty. But anyway, it's starting to get quite dark and the track temperatures are getting cooler as well, so this is game on. Warming tyres is key. Let's see, hopefully nobody will get caught out by the safety car this time. So here we go then. Green flag racing is a go-go, and Eduardo has been caught out by everybody. Well, he caught out. Well, Eduardo had a fantastic restart. Everyone else was caught napping as Primos takes a fantastic move into the first corner, and he's now up into P2 and trying to catch your race leader. Neon then trying to do exactly the same thing on Sally as well into turn 5. Absolutely nailed it. And Brighter has had a bit of a spin, I think, down in 12th. He's lost a bit of ground now. Christian Sendel up into 9th. Obviously, passing the Ghost AI car of Jay. Hopefully Jay can rejoin the session at some point. Let's see then. Christian Sendel is making inroads. He's going to prove that the soft tyres could be the right thing for him. Up to 8th position. Sally has had Morgan Ball when they both made contact. How did Sally save that? How did Sally save that? I don't know, but he just did. And I think that JC's trying to make some inroads as well, because he knows that if he's outscored by Primos by 15 points, his championship is over. So the more positions he gains, the better. So as it stands, Primos will score 18 points because obviously the the penalties will be served as a yellow flag. It's not telling me what the yellow flag is, but Pridge has got back to 11th after that spin. Christian Sendel then is looking. He is carving the field at the moment up to 6th as Drake goes into the pit. So I wonder if he's pit damage in the second restart. So here he comes. Drake onto those mediums, which will get to the end, I think. Yes, it is a damaged front wing for him. So, 18 points for Primos at this moment in time. JC will score. He's currently sitting in 5th, so 5th will score 10. So, 8 points. Primos will outscore JC, so JC's are just doing enough at the moment. So as long as Primos stays in second, obviously, and JC stays where he is, or gains a higher position, then he's still in it. He's still in the fight. I'm sure Primos wouldn't mind the championship fight going to Abu Dhabi, because it makes it a little bit, Brazil, because it makes it a bit more interesting, but Primos takes the lead on track. And he overtakes Eduardo, and will Neon do the same thing? He's got to, really. He could not afford to be held up in traffic because Eduardo has not pitted yet. Whereas, obviously, everyone else has. Sally is now on to the hard compounded tyres. Same with Drake Dempsey as well. So then, Neon knows he's faster on those medium tyres. But he's only on 2-lap newer mediums, sorry. Eduardo making sure that Neon does not get any slipstream at all. You see Primos pulling away, 1.2 seconds is the gap. DRS is activated, but Primos is going to make sure that he does not, Eduardo does not get any DRS at all. Christian Sendel making inroads once again, gains another position. This could be costly for JC. Christian Sendel up into 5th place. As it stands, JC will need to be 3rd or higher to take the championship bike to Brazil. At the moment, he's not doing enough because JC and Primos are on the same strategy. Another yellow flag. Not sure what that is, but we're starting to see more battles. Luca, don't forget, he pitted on the safety car, but he was at dead last from 16th, and now he's in up to 8th. So a brilliant restart for him. And he's on the fresher tyres and the more durable tyres compared to anyone. Neon now has got past Eduardo. So has Morgan Ball as well. Eduardo struggling a little bit. Morgan Ball purple in the first sector. Actually, no, second sector. My bad, not first sector. First sector is quite quick. Sally, I think, has lost it into sector 2. Well, start of sector 2. Higgsy has got past Dewey. So Higgsy's up into P11 at the moment. See some nice battles at the moment, but we are starting to see a lot of yellow flags. And there are times where I can't tell what this yellow flag is. Oh, and it's MQ has spinned it. He is struggling a lot today in sector 3. I wonder if he will pit for a front wing. Luca Luca had a bit of a moment. I think he's got picked up damage somewhere. Luca has retired from the session in the pit, so his race is over. Still plenty of opportunities for people to score points. So, Drake Dempsey sent the fast lap so far. Don't forget, the difference in WOR is no fastest lap is scored in WOR. So that doesn't take into account. MQ's out the race. He's, I think, retired in the pit lane. Yes, he has retired in the pit lane. So a few people giving up here. Now, if I was some of these drivers, I would not give up because some points potentially could be at stake. As Sully has retired, Morgan Ball has got past Eduardo. Neon has taken the lead from Primos. That is crucial through sector 3. Neon has got a concentrate pulling away now. Neon is looking impressive at the moment in the Red Bull. Christian Sendel then, on those soft tyres, is looking almighty quick. But everybody else, I think, will be on those soft tyres at the end of the race. Whereas Christian will be on those mediums. So he'll be looking good for now, but he'll be struggling a bit and being swamped later on. The softs being about 6/10 quicker than the medium, so of course he's trying to catch up. Neon with another 3-second time penalty, so at the moment Primos is still your net race leader. Reminder for those of you that have just joined the race, welcome to PC Tier 2. We could see a new champion in Tier 2. If Primos outscores JC by 15 points, Primos will be crowned champion. It is a tough task, but you never know. But Christian, who I have to say, even George Morgan has been saying, oh, Christian Sendel is the real deal, but he's been unlucky in terms of incidents. But if he doesn't have any incidents, he shows his true pace. So he goes into 3rd place. Primos going to do exactly the same thing, but a little bit later. And he takes the lead. But Neon is going for the switchback, and what has happened to the McLaren driver? Christian Sendel's up to 3rd. Here we go, Eduardo. Wow, that's a bit harsh. 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So he's going to drop further down. This will help JC a lot. Don't forget time penalties could be a factor. Now Christian Sendel's next target is Primos himself. And I have to say, if Christian could keep it up, Christian could be on for something. He could be on for the win of this race. I wonder if his tyre temps are a bit of a factor though, but at the moment his tyres are looking pretty good. Otherwise he would be struggling, but he's not struggling as he's trying to close in. He's got Morgan Ball for company as well, but Morgan Ball is on the durable tyre. So if Morgan Ball starts to catch up, then Christian Sendel could be in a lot of trouble. But at the moment, Christian Sendel is fine. Now, obviously this place is quite hard to overtake. We have seen in the first few laps actually, and during safety car restarts, people trying to overtake there. But I don't know why they do that, because that's where we see quite a few incidents happening. So it's just not feasible. Not feasible at all. So Primos then has Leon now in the race lead, but Christian Sendel also wants that race lead as well. I wonder if Primos is starting to struggle a little bit. Morgan Ball's had a bit of an off. Eduardo's got the same. Has he gone wide again? He's got to be careful, because otherwise he will get disqualified. I think his race is done. Meanwhile, Christian Sendel's had a bit of a spin. I did say he has been very unlucky in terms of incidents, and he just gets it with that. Oh, what can I say? Very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. So he's dropped down into 10th place at the moment. I've been looking at my data as to when the drivers will be pitting. So I think they'll be pitting quite soon actually for the soft compounder tyres. I think in about 4 laps time they will be pitting for softs. 4 or 5 laps time. End of lap 18, end of lap 19, no softs will be making it to the end. Or maybe some people will go for the cheeky undercut and pitting early. So watch out for those stops then, as we got the crowd cheering. They want to see how it's going to unfold. I've been watching Primos with his ERS actually. His ERS has been looking very good. Neon, I don't think could get past in the DRS, or can he? Or can he? This could be his breakthrough moment into turn 8. He does not get it through turn 8, through 9, and then through 10. Well, this is through turn 10. DRS activated now. You gain a few temps just being by on DRS, with Primos not being on DRS. And Neon couldn't get it done on this occasion. Moon almost did it on Eduardo there into the start of sector 3, but could not quite do it. The ones who are not on penalties could be on for something here. JC, this is crucial. This is crucial. As it stands, JC would do enough. JC would do enough. JC, oh my goodness. So 25 points for first, 18 points for second, 15 points for third. So that means the gap, well, the gap, Primos will only extend the gap by 10 points. Which will not be enough for Primos to secure the championship tonight. So JC is on another level. He knows what he needs to do. He can't afford to make any mistakes. And he's been having some luck, but he's been driving like a champion today. And even with that spin before the safety car, that safety car helped him, to be fair, but he delivered. And he just forgot what happened to cause that spin. And that is why he is doing enough at the moment. As long as he doesn't drop another position, he should be fine. Actually, he could finish 4th, actually. Yeah, he could finish. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he could finish 4th as well. So as long as he finishes 4th or higher, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. But if Primos drops a bit, or obviously if Primos finishes lower and then JC finishes lower as well, then obviously I'll need to do more maths, and I don't want to do that, so... As another yellow flag, Christian Sendel, DNF. Could this be a safety car? So we'll run on board with Jay, actually, with Jay's AI car. Oh, he's been off the track. Surely this could be a safety car. It's got to be a safety car. And Eduardo's lost it as... Oh, God. Brighter and Eduardo had a bit of a coming together, and I don't know how Higgsy avoided that. Safety car. Oh, that was too close for comfort for our race leaders. Soft tyres, surely, for everybody who has started on the mediums or are pitting, who are pitted onto mediums for their stop. We got a few 5-second penalties to serve as well. So this could be an issue for Brighter for the double stack. Same with Moon as well, and the likes of Morgan Ball, but Morgan Ball's a little bit too further behind anyway. So, Primos is on the mediums, JC on the softs. So does Primos think the softs cannot make to the end? Well, the safety car is on a reduced pace. 12 laps is predicted to last, but with reduced pace, the softs can make it, so... But I wonder if tyre wear is a bit more of a thing and the tyre temperature is getting increasingly hot around here. Well, to be honest, I've never done a league race around Abu Dhabi on this game, so I don't know what I would do. But this is looking more in JC's favour as long as he doesn't push too much on his tyres, and he's got to get past Primos ASAP after the safety car. Once he does that, he's got to pull away. Because he can pull away like 6 tenths per lap. So I believe Eduardo stayed out with a damaged front. Oh, I think he obviously missed a pit lane. Oh my goodness. He almost hit his teammate, Drake Dempsey. That was, I think, a bit too close for comfort there. Eduardo's just got to let Drake through. He's got to let Drake through, but I don't think he could do that. Eduardo, just go off the track. Or does Drake have to stay behind? That's the annoying thing with the safety car. Even people having a damaged front wing, obviously they have to wait obviously until they get into the pits. Frustrating. So this I believe is our third safety car of the night. And I think we are only allowed 6. Let's hope we don't get 3 more, guys. Let's hope it's the last safety car that we have tonight. And it is going to be in for another lap as the safety car light is still flashing. There's no your predictions. Will Primos take the win and extend his championship lead? Not by enough to win the title at the moment as it stands. But will he extend it, or will JC pull off the overtake of dreams? Don't forget, if you are liking the action tonight, don't forget to click the subscribe button to World Online Racing. We're almost on 1.7k subscribers, which is insane. Also hit that notification bell if you are new, so you get notified every time we stream on this channel. Our next stream after tonight is Xbox Tier 1 at 8 PM tomorrow as they race around Abu Dhabi. So make sure you check that out. 2 very talented commentators on the mic there. I used to do Xbox for many leagues, but not anymore. My Xbox has been collecting dust since like March this year. I wonder if I need to... I think I'm thinking about selling my Xbox actually, because I don't use it. None of my family use it either, so I'm probably going to think about selling it. Because otherwise it's just collecting dust out. Because I mainly obviously commentate on PlayStation, but obviously the rare occasion I do 1 commentary a week on PC. I believe, is safety car coming in? Safety car could be coming in. Yes, safety car is in this lap. So, hopefully a clean restart. Only 12 drivers remain in this race. As I stretch my legs a bit, there we go. And 4 drivers have got penalties. Everyone that is on these tyres now will make it to the end. Obviously, Higgsy pitted quite early on, so did Moon, but those tyres will get to the end, so that shouldn't be a problem. Everybody has been basically warming their tyres up frantically now. And this is about to get intense here. So here we go then. Primos, can he pull off the restart that he's looking for? Yes, he does. Brilliant stuff for him so far. JC is in second position, but can he do the overtake into the back straight? We'll have to find out as well. Drake has had a good restart as well. He's got past Dewey. Are we starting to see the soft runners starting to climb their way through the field? Only 4 drivers out of the 12 that are still running are on the soft tyres. Everybody else on the mediums then. So we don't know which is the right strategy to be on, but surely it could be the softs for the time being, but we'll see. JC, let's see what he could do. He doesn't have DRS yet until a few laps time, so if he did have DRS, he would have got the move done anyway. Morgan Ball's been challenged by Higgsy into turn 8. But Morgan Ball just holds and defends his line quite nicely there. Now heading towards turn 10. Under the bridge, second DRS straight. 2 follow directly after each other. Obviously, no DRS activated at the moment. So Morgan can breathe easy at the moment, but he knows he's got 2 angry cars chasing behind him, because obviously Drake is on the soft compounded tyres. Surely not. Drake is not going to go for the move here, surely. Drake, that was incredible. Who said you can't overtake there? Well, Drake has just proven otherwise. I am proud of Drake so far. Don't forget, this is his WOR debut, and I believe it's his PC debut as well. Great to see him doing well. JC setting the fastest lap on those fresh soft tyres. But he's got a lot of work to do. Still 3 tenths is the gap. This could go down to the wire. JC only needs to finish 3rd. 4th, I mean. If it thinks stay as it is. If he overtakes Primos, this could relieve the pressure a little bit. A little bit of a tap there between Primos and JC. JC and Primos will definitely want to have a fair fight here in this championship. I'm sure these two are having a lot of fun here. Let's see what they can do. I think JC will want the slipstream going in towards turn 10. Past turn 8 now. You can see the beautiful backdrop of the buildings and the hotel. And the grandstand as well, as people are cheering the drivers on. JC using the overtake. Can he do it without DRS? He does not. But I think he would have done it with DRS, I think. So JC stays P2. So watch out for him on the next lap. Definitely. Battle for the podium is getting exciting as well. And we will get the time penalties up. So Neon is on 3 seconds. Moon is on 3 seconds. Morgan Boy's on 3 seconds. And wow, Eduardo's on 23 seconds. I did say that if he's not careful, he will face a disqualification, because I do believe you get, is it 40 seconds for a disqualification? And I believe Neon has just set the fastest lap of the race so far. And I'll get the tyres back up again so you can see the tyres. Neon is doing a great job on those mediums, actually. He could get past JC here. So we could see a three-way fight for the lead, but Neon with the time penalties may change things up a bit. So I think he's probably gutted about that. But let's watch JC. Maybe he's starting to struggle with the tyre temperatures. And we got Pritch, who I have to say, fair play to him. I know the safety cars may have helped him a little bit, but he's not given up. This is a mantra that if you first don't succeed, don't give up. Just concentrate on the rest of the race, and you never know what could happen. I did that in Baku. I was going to retire from the race, but lots of other things happened. Oh, God. That was close. Primal's had a bit of a tank slapper. JC is in the race lead. Moon has got another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. So that will promote, I think, Drake up a few positions as well. We could be in for this as well. We are going to be in for a remarkable end. So make sure you stay tuned in for the rest of this race as JC now picks up a time penalty. That is not good. That is not good for the guy who wants to win the championship today. So I think we won't know if the title... I think we won't know if Primals wins the title until the last few people cross the line. Which could get very intense. I'm going to see in the chat if a few people are actually commenting on who they think would win the race and will Primos snatch the title today. I don't think Primos will do enough. I think JC will just about do enough to make sure the fight goes to Brazil. I'm actually intrigued to find out how the Tier 1 fight has been going. I wonder if Jake Benham has done enough to secure the title today, or is it going to be going on for another race as well in Brazil? No, not Brazil. Abu Dhabi, because don't forget, they are a race behind than us. So, bit confusing, but there we go. We're almost on lap 22 of 28. JC still leads by 7 tenths, but with the field this close, the ones not on penalties, they could jump up massively, like I said. So, no one's making inroads at the moment. Oh, Jesus, Moon. That was very close. As Moon has retired in the pit lanes, unfortunately, Moon has given up. So he, as